and determinate structure from the calculations. Next, second diagram. The second is also visible to you people, I think. Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, fine. For a second diagram, the number of members will be calculating as 15. Like if you see the bottom chord, that will be having 4 members, and top chord is having 4, 8 total it is. And the inclined member towards left to right, it will be of 3 members, and right to left, it will be of 1. So 12, and 3 members are vertical. In between joints are there. That will be giving total of 15. Number of members or bars is of 15. Reactions both are hinge supports. Therefore, the reaction at hinge support is of 2. Therefore, total it will be of 2 plus 2 is 4. Number of joints wherever the nut bolt system is visible, that you identify, and it will be of 9 total. 2 at supports. In between, there are 6 joints. 6 nut bolt system are visible clearly, and at the corner one, that will give total of 9 joints, which is 19. B plus R is 19. 15 plus 4 is 19, and number of joints are 9. Therefore, 2 into 9 is 18, which is the B plus R is greater than 2J. Therefore, the stress is statically indeterminate. And if you see the connections, member to member, all the triangular connections are there. Therefore, there is no instability in this one. Therefore, it is internally stable. This is by inspection only you can identify whether it is stable or not. And next, third diagram is of, you can see the bottom chord and top 2 chords where it will be of 3 members, and in between a triangle is there. For that, 3 members, and connecting members from supports are 3. Therefore, total 9 members are there, or 9 bars are there. Reactions will be, one is hinge and one is ruler support. If you see, left hand side is hinge support and right hand side is ruler support. Therefore, it will be 2 plus 1. That will give the 3 number of reactions, and joints are 6 wherever the nut bolt system is visible clearly. 3 top corners and 3 inside triangle corners. That will give total 6 joints. If you see, B plus R is equal to 12 and 2J is 12. Therefore, it is statically determinate and stable structure. Next, fourth one is of the rectangular truss, where if you see the number of members, each member will be the one joint to another joint will be separate member. Therefore, if you see the rectangular members only, each side is having 2 members. That gives 8 members, and inside pentagon is there. No, the 4 sides member is there. That will be of 4. That will give total of 8 plus 4 is of 12. And reactions, one is ruler, one is hinge. Therefore, it will be of top one is hinge and bottom one is ruler support. That will gives 3 reactions, 2 plus 1, and number of joints are 8. You see the external surface only. Internal there is no hinge. All on the external surface only. Each member is having 3 joints. If you see, totally it will be of 8 joints. 3 on side, 3 on top, 3 on bottom, in between 2. That gives 8 joints. B plus R is 15 and 2J is 16. Okay. Next, we'll be dealing with, hope all have calculated in the same manner for all these 4 numericals. Simple calculation is there, plus B plus R equal to 2J. Whether it is stable or not, whether it is determinate or not, that we'll be finding out in this one. Okay. In this one, hope everybody has calculated. Next is of determination of the member forces or analysis of coplanar trusses. That will be done by 3 methods. That is method of joint, method of section, and graphical method. For your syllabus, only two methods are there, that is of method of joint and method of section, that is return method. And the graphical method is not included in your syllabus, but we'll go through how it will be done for the beyond your syllabus. First one is of method of joint. Method of joint, you have analyzed the numericals in the mechanics, where you used to consider the corner of any structure and you used to find out the x component and y component by considering the inclined member by sine and cos theta values. You used to find out in the mechanics to find out the horizontal member reaction as well as vertical member reaction. In this method, satisfying the equilibrium equations for the forces exerted on the pin at each joint of the truss will be calculated, and then applications of equations yields two algebraic equations that can be solved for the two unknown values. First and foremost thing is identify the joints where only two unknowns are existing by considering the equations of equilibrium, that is maybe of summation of fx and summation of fy. You can find out the force in those two members by considering two unknowns and two equilibrium conditions. Now, for example, a diagram is given over here. If you consider B as a point, if you consider C and A as points where you need to find out the reactions or the forces in the members, that will be difficult. Why? Because the reaction at A will be because of, in suppose there will be two unknown values and two members, total four unknowns will be there. But as of now, we'll be having only forces condition, that will be summation of fx and summation of fy. That gives only two equilibrium equations and four unknowns, which is not easy to solve. In the similar case, if you see the third joint, that is C joint, there two members are there, one reaction will be there because of ruler support. That will give total of three unknowns. As of now, for forces only we are calculating, therefore we will be having only two equilibrium conditions, that will be of summation of fx and summation of fy. That gives again one more extra unknown, therefore it is not easy to solve. Therefore, we need to consider B joint for analyzing the numerical. Once you know the B value, then again remaining joints you can calculate the values easily. First, you need to consider the B joint and write expressions. That will be if 45-degree angle is given, then you can find out the inclined reactions in the members. That will be 500 into cos 45-degree and sin 45-degree. If it is of inclined member, 45 is inclined to the BC member, and find out the what will be the value in this one. And also you need to find out whether it is compression member or it is a tension member. If the forces are acting in opposite direction to the member, then it will be in compression. If the forces are acting in opposite direction, then it will be of tension member. Compression is always the forces will be acting towards each other for a single member in both the direction. And similarly, if the tension is there, means you need to stretch in the opposite direction. You need to apply forces in opposite direction, then only the tension will be created on the members. Whereas this 500, if the member is applied with 500 Newton load, then it will create a compression member. Why? Because the compression, the 500 will be acting in the towards right, and component that will be acting in the downward direction, and C reaction will be acting upward direction. The inclination of C reaction as well as 500 Newton reaction will be both in the same member, that will be inclined member, and acting towards, not away. Both will be acting towards. Therefore, it will be creating a compression member. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Method of joint. Procedure we'll talk about, and then we'll be dealing with the analysis of numericals. Always assume the unknown member forces acting on the joints free body diagram to be in the tension member. Initial assumption will be always will be considering it as the free body diagram of any numerical which will be dealing with the tension forces only. Then we'll be actually finding out the values and then we'll be assigning the whether it is compression member or tension member. Numerical solution of equilibrium equations will be yield positive scalars of members into tension and negative of those will be in the compression. As I said, initially we'll be assuming all the members to be a positive member or the tension member. When we'll be solving the numericals using equilibrium equations, the positive scalars of the member always gives as a tension member only. If the sign changes, if it become negative, then it will be called it as compression member. The correct sense of direction of an unknown member forces can in many cases be determined by inspection only. By inspection only, you can identify some of the members' direction, whether it is tension or compression, by looking at the diagram only. If you see the previous diagram, for BC, easily we can say that it is a compression member. Why? Because the reactions will be in the same direction, acting towards the center of the member. Both are reactions. But horizontal member like AC is there, where it is also a different kind of activity which we need to learn to find out whether it is a compression member or tension member. If at B the load is applied in the right direction, at A the reaction will be in the opposite direction. That will be of in the towards left. Therefore, the AC member is also in the tension. Yeah, that will give the inspection value. Similarly, we need to find out whether the member is tension or compression by looking at the diagrams. The correct sense of the direction of an unknown member before the member force can be in many cases determined by the inspection. Fourth point is a positive answer that indicates that the sense is correct. If after solution अगर तुम लोगों के जो initial assign किया हुआ value negative में आया, then your indication is wrong or in the opposite direction your force is acting. Initially, you may assign any component as tension or compression, but once the solution is done, depends upon your value is positive or negative. Initially, if you are assumed the member as negative or the compression member, and if you get the positive value, then as it is you need to check. If it comes as a positive negative value, then you need to change the direction to the tension, not the compression. Similarly, if you are initially assumed the member as tension and solve the numerical, if you get the negative value, then you need to change the direction. That will become compression instead of tension. Whereas the negative answers indicates that the sense shown on the free body diagram must be reversed. That is, the direction has to be changed from positive to negative and negative to positive. One of the numerical is given for finding out whether member is compression or tension depends upon the joint. Note on this, the diagram will be solving this numerical and finding out whether the members are in the compression member or tension. Determine the force in each member of the roof truss as shown. State whether the member are in tension or compression. The reaction at the supports are given as shown. The reactions are given as 4 kilonewton and 4 kilonewton, which is already given. Horizontal reaction is 0. One end is fixed end and another is ruler end. But even though it is a hinge, there is no horizontal reaction as it is completely a 0. And the triangle angles are given. One is 30 degree, another is 60 degree. Therefore, the remaining angle will be of 90 degree. 90 plus 90, 180. Total triangle angle will be of 180 degrees. Note on the numerical, we'll be finding out all the members forces, whether it is positive or negative, depends upon our assumptions, as well as we find the all the member forces. So we are done with the numerical. If you are delayed, then you can say that you can take a screenshot of this one so that you can solve the numerical. As I said, first you need to find out whether where the two unknowns are there in the members. From that only you can calculate by applying the equilibrium conditions. Where because of network, some issue is going on. In between, if my voice is not audible, then you can post messages in the WhatsApp so that I can check the connectivity and join back. Now, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we are calculating for G joint, that is in between point. Summation of Fy and summation of Fx by considering the G joint. Find out the values as per your practice. Whether you are getting same values or not, verify. If anybody is getting different answer, then we'll calculate the value once again. In some of the cases, you may consider the direction of reaction in the opposite. If you consider now for the solution, the FGF is considered to be a compression member. If you consider it to be a positive or the tension member in advance, after solution you will get value as minus 6.5 kilonewton. In that cases, you need to change the direction again to the compression. Now, initially only we have considered this to be a compression member, therefore we are getting all values in the positive only. Okay. After this, you need to calculate for F point, the top one. Find out the reactions for F. For G, that is FGV is 2.6 and FGF is 6.5. Next, you can calculate for F or for the member at the bottom, that is B point. For B point also there are 4 members are joining. At the F point also there are 4 members are joining. Okay. Now the FGF is known value, which is equivalent to EF because it is a symmetric structure. Only 2 unknowns will be of FBF and CF, and both be equal. You need to find out. If you consider a point, the horizontal value is known, the incline value is known, that is BG will be known. FB and BC is both are known values that you need to find out. Third point you can consider to be the B point. Summation Fy equal to 0 for finding out the vertical members. One is 2.6 is inclined member and 6.93 is horizontal member. That is, one is tension and one other is compression. If you consider joint B, summation of Fy reaction can be written as FBF, that is inclined member in the right side, sine 60, which is vertical member, which is going upward, minus 2.6 sine 60, that is acting downward, that will be negative. Equating both, you can find out the value of FBF, that will be as 2.6 kilonewton as tension, which is same as this inclined member, that is 2.6 previously we have calculated. That will be of same as 2.6 kilonewton in the tension. If you write expression for horizontal, that will be summation of x equal to 0. FBC is unknown value, which is going towards the right. And if you consider BA, that will be towards left, both in the opposite direction. That will give 1 plus and 1 minus value. That will be FBC is positive, plus 2.6 cos 60. that is already calculated value 2.6 that you are considering as horizontal member, that will be given as cos 60 degree plus 2.6 cos 60, that is another member because of force, that is BF. BF force is acting towards right, BC force is also acting towards right, and 2.6 that is BG, that is also acting towards the right. All three in the positive direction, only in the opposite direction towards left is 6.93, which is calculated previously at A point. The summation of all will be giving FBC equal to 4.3 kilonewton in the tension. Whether you are getting positive or negative depends upon that. Whether your member is positive, whether it is tension or compression, you need to decide. Okay. This is calculation for A, B, G, and for F again you will be having the same values which are already calculated. This inclined member you have calculated, that is GF is already calculated, BF is also calculated. Screen is visible or not? Audible?
Yes, sir.
We have calculated both inclined member values at F. Therefore, no need of calculating the F values. If you have calculated with the B, with the A, with the G, then that's enough so that other all member values will be equal and opposite. That you can reassign to all the members. This is the simple numerical which will be solved with the joint analysis. There is no zero members. There is no members which are having the zero forces. All members are having some of the other value that may be in the compression zone, that may be in the tension zone. But in some of the trusses, you may find some of the members to be a zero force, like which is not having either in the compression zone nor in the tension zone. The member values are reaction will be completely zero. Yes, yes. Screen is not visible. I'll make it visible now. Because of bit network issue, the power fluctuation is there. That's why this problem was there. Once you're done with this solution, we'll go for finding out how we'll be finding out the zero force in the truss. The truss analysis using method of joint is different if one is able to first determine those members that support with the loading condition. These zero force members may be necessary for the stability of the truss during the construction and to provide support if the applied link is changed. Some of the members will be introduced in trusses to make our structure stable. There should not be any lateral movements or movements in the trusses, therefore will be zero force members. That will provide support to the loading conditions. If the loading condition changed in your structure, in such cases, this type of zero force members will be helpful for stability of the trusses. The zero force members of the truss can generally be determined by inspection of the joints. They occurs in two cases. That will bring out case 1 and case 2. Case 1 where two members at joint C are conducted together at a right angle and no external loading condition on the joint. There is no loading extra load on the joint C. There is external loading is not at all there, but both are in the right angles to each other, 90 degree. The pre-body diagram of each joint C indicates that the force in each member must be zero in order to maintain the equilibrium. If you see the summation of Fx and summation of Fy, that is equilibrium condition for pre-body at joint C, to make it zero, the vertical member will be not having the force. A horizontal member may not be having the force. That is to the zero members. Similarly, for case 2, zero force members also occur at joints having geometry as joint D, where joint D is there. DF is member is used just for the stability of the structure. As the member will be of too long, in such cases, for increasing stability of the structure, DF member is added. The reactions will be in the CE and F. There will be no reaction in the FD, where that will be carrying zero forces. Therefore, that will be called as zero force member. We'll be solving some of the numericals on that basis so that you can easily identify the zero force members in the numericals. The case 2, no external load acts on the joint. So a force summation in y direction, which is perpendicular to the two collinear members, requires that FDF, that is inclined member, that will be of 0. Both the members will be joining at one point, and if you consider summation of Fy, the equilibrium condition in y direction, then you will be getting value as 0 in the inclined member. Using this result, FC is also a zero force member, also indicate by the force analysis of joint F. You see the joint F, in that again FC would be 0 value. Is this inclined member, because there is no vertical forces or external forces applied on this half portion of the right side of the truss. Only at B point a P load is applied. Remaining truss is having no other external loads. Therefore, right side it will be all inclined members should be summation of Fy equal to 0. Therefore, inclined members becomes zero force members. There is no vertical force only applied on the structure. Therefore, there will be no reactions in the members that will create zero member forces. Summation of Fy is equal to 0. If you write expression, that is FCF sin theta plus 0 is equal to 0. If you equate that one, FCF is also 0. As since sin theta is not equal to 0, some of the other value will be there. That if you equate it to 0, then FCF will be of 0 value. Angle may be anything. Angle, if you are having inclination in the member, some other angle will be there. That cannot be zero. If it is zero, it will become horizontal member. Therefore, when member is there, theta value will be there. If theta value is there, means sine value will be existing. To make it to equate to zero, FCF should be zero. Then only your sine theta will be some other value. This is how we need to find out the number of zero force members. Next, we'll be solving the numerical on the zero force member to find out the reactions in each members. Note on this diagram, using the method of joint, indicate all the members of trusses that have zero force. You need to find out how many zero force members are there in this structure. Here one is hinge support and A is hinge support and G is ruler support. You need to find out how many zero force members are there in this structure. Note on the diagram, this numerical to find out how many number of zero force members are there. Try to solve. We will be solving in the next class to find out the joint reactions, support reactions, and zero force members in the truss. P is a load applied at E point, which is acting downward direction. Take a screenshot of this numerical so that you can try at home.